Hey, fire signs, and welcome back to the journey of self. I am your intuitive tarot reader as well as your host, Brandy, and this is the journey. Okay, guys, so this is going to be your next move, best move. All right. I do not feel like I have enough time to do all the signs individually. I actually have to get ready for my monthlies, which takes a lot of energy, a lot of time, and a lot of concentration. So I'm going to do just four of them. If you guys have been tracking the channel, you see that I actually had two requests. One for Leo, which was a follow-up. And then it triggered a Scorpio to do a follow-up as well, or to ask for one as well. Since that happened, I figured, you know what? Everybody doesn't need to request it. I'm just going to do one for each group. So this is going to be Aries, Leo, Sag. All right. All the parts may not be extremely particular to you. It may just be an overall energy. I really hate giving that disclaimer because usually they're on point. Anyway, let's get started. So as in the next move, best move, it starts off with their next move, your next move, their best move, your best move, and then the final outcome. Okay, so let's get started immediately. This person's next move is optimism. This is the star card. This is the law of attraction deck. Okay, I will clarify on camera with the African American Tarot. I pull the cards out first because this is a new deck for me. I want to make sure that everything is clear and that I give the deck all the respect that it deserves. This deck is very knowledge heavy. So and all of the cards mean something different than the original Rider-Waite. All right. Your next move is the Ace of Pentacles. In this particular deck, it represents healing. Okay. So whatever the situation is between you and this person, it seems as though this person is optimistic and you're healing. Let's get into it. Let's clarify their next move. Okay, so let's start. All right, now clarifying the star card, it seems as though the Queen of Pentacles has come out to clarify it, as well as the Emperor, as well as the Seven of Pentacles, okay? You guys may be asking or raising the question with this person, or they, you, what's going on, or why are things like this? Whenever I get the Queen of Pentacles, the answer is always, honey, this is the way it is. Okay. This person is looking around at their investment. They are trying to figure out what has grown and what is dead, trying to run the race. This person is cutting out things that are no longer serving them. The Emperor takes on an air-like quality here with the knife in his hand. And they also may be ushering out things that are no longer a benefit to their life. I always see these two figures as fire and earth. So it could be a fire sign and an earth sign. Could also have something to do with an air sign. But I'll tell you this much. What I'm not doing is the signs. I'm not really into it because I'm not reading signs. I'm reading energy. And we all take on all the different elements at any given time anyway. Right? So let's move on. On your side, you do have the Ace of Pentacles, which speaks of healing. So let's clarify that for you. Okay, I like it. It seems as though you guys have probably spoken the truth. Have spoken the truth or have gotten some type of communication. It could have been fast and hard. However, it was the truth. And you guys are thinking, resting, retreating, and maybe even consulting someone, an expert in the field. This could be anything from a therapist, a lawyer. If you're thinking, you could be thinking about going back to school and you're consulting a tutor or a professor. It depends on what's going on in your life. But I always see that as thinking, resting, retreating, and consulting an expert, as well as the Nine of Pentacles, finally seeing the fruits of one's labor. Also, working hard at something. Okay? Working hard at something. All right, so let's move on to their next move. In their best move. In their best move, they have the Two of Swords, which talks about conflict and intellectual possibilities. They also have the Nine of Wands, which talks about learning from setbacks, as well as the King of Swords, who is known in this particular deck as the Professor. Give me 1 second to shuffle, and I will bring the cards up to you. Okay? Now, you guys may observe that when I do this reading, I like to put all the cards back into the deck as I clarify on each side. The reason being is this: when you put the cards back into the deck, you open the possibilities for you to be able to see where your energies are matched on both sides, as well as what is being emphasized, what keeps being repeated. That's where we can give most of our attention. Okay, so you'll see me pick up the cards and kind of put them back. First, you have the Two of Swords, conflict, intellectual possibilities, Nine of Wands, learning from setbacks, and the Professor, the King of Swords. Now, I will tell you, the King of Swords in this particular deck has a very kind of traditional meaning. He is thinking of things in an intellectual manner. He is following laws and obeying rules. He can sometimes be considered emotionally cold because he's playing by the book. He's not going to let his emotions get involved. Let's go ahead and clarify the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords has been clarified by the Seven of Cups, which talks about confusion, illusions, choices. Somebody may actually want to come forward and say something. As you can see here, this man has something written down. He is giving some type of talk to this woman, as well as the Ten of Pentacles, which to me also talks about communication. Someone may be defensive. Look at the way this man has his arms folded. But there is communication. These people have built something here together. This could be someone that you have been in a long-term relationship. Doesn't have to be. Or this can be what this person is trying to intellectually reach. The Ten of Pentacles. This could have something to do with a family. The Nine of Wands. Let's clarify the Nine of Wands, learning from setbacks. The Nine of Wands has been clarified by the Two of Pentacles. In this card, I always see someone trying to gain their balance or their rhythm, trying to find their rhythm. Wow. Okay. I said wow because the card hit the floor. I didn't actually know what it was. However, let's talk about it. There is a sense that this person feels as though their voice is not being heard, or they want their voice to be heard. I'll explain to you why I'm saying that in just a moment. But there is a repetition of somebody wanting to be heard. This could be you, this could be them. However, there is a sense that this person is trying to find their balance and their rhythm, and they may actually be walking away. Okay? This man here is talking to these people in a group. This is not the Rider-Waite version of the tarot. Or the classical image of the Eight of Cups. And this man here is giving a speech at a podium. Okay, so let's keep that going, right? Let's see where the synchronicities are. This woman and this man here are communicating. Somebody is defensive. This woman and this man here are communicating. What I saw in this is that this person may be so overwhelmed in what they want to say that they may actually have to write it down because it's a lot. Like they may not be able to just free. Okay, first of all, that's not the expression I wanted to use. They may not be able to just go off the cuff. There may be a lot that they want to say. There may have been plenty of issues between you guys, and there's a lot to cover, okay? Or this issues could be of an emotional nature, as the Seven of Cups is about emotions that can be confusing, murky, all right? And there can be some illusions and delusions. Let's clarify the King of Swords. The King of Swords has been clarified by the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords in this deck, often to me, represent seeing another side of someone that you do not recognize. Look at this lion trying to figure out what the hell it's looking at with this monkey with the human face mask on, and it's obviously a monkey, right? So I'm gonna be real with you guys. I often do see this as fire, even though it's swords. And peep game again, there's something huge here about communication. because these people are sitting, around the round table or sitting at a panel and kind of listening to someone as they all look in the same direction. Well, actually, one person is looking in the same direction, in one direction. Everybody else is looking in a different direction. However, I feel like this situation is like people are going to have to lay their burdens down on the riverbank. In other words, they're going to have to like let the mask fall. Try not to self-sabotage. No lying, stealing, and cheating. As a matter of fact, there could have been some lying, stealing, and cheating. But with this clarifying the King of Swords, it to me, because he obeys the laws and rules, which is his main character in this deck, I feel like this person is trying to get away from this. This person is trying to get away from the lying, stealing, cheating, the self-sabotage. This person may want to communicate. And if you're the person who's not listening to this person, well, they're going to try and emotionally detach to the situation and move on. They're going to try and regain their balance and move on. This person, however, is very optimistic. Wow. Okay. The cards are flying. I knew I should do the fire signs. I knew it. Excuse the creaking. That's my rocking chair. Okay. I knew I should do the fire signs. These cards are just flying out. This is the Page of Wands. Honestly, guys, I think that this could be your energy, correct? Or this could have been this person's energy. A lot of things to say, but maybe not a lot of things manifest, right? This could be a young energy. This could be a young energy, because I remember doing one of the fire signs, what to expect readings. And there was a sense that maybe somebody was a little too fiery for the situation, and they were being a little bit much, and maybe they needed to manifest more of their hopes, dreams, aspiration, promises. And you know what? When I think of the Page of Wands, when I think of the Page of Wands, I think of that young kid that's, just graduating college or high school and thinks that they're going to get every dream and hope, aspiration that they ever wanted out of life, right? As adults, we realize that that's not always the case. But as young teenagers, we're like, yo, I'm going to go to college. I'm going to graduate. I'm going to live in $1 million home. I'm going to have a Bentley. And without hard work or grounding those types of hopes, dreams, aspirations, it can't happen. And I feel as though this is about broken promises. And it's further confirmed by the lying, stealing, cheating, false mask. Something about broken promises. However, the person that you're dealing with could be going through a spiritual ascension, or they could just be deciding to go into a different direction and take a leap of faith. So let's put these cards back in the deck, because who's to say you don't feel the same way, right? Let's put these cards back in the deck, give it a good shuffle, and now we're going to do your next move, okay? We're going to do your next move. Let's move their cards to the side. Get your cards to the forefront. I'm going to move these down for a second, and we're going to get to it, okay? All right, the High Priestess has been clarified by the 8 of Swords. All right. Some people say you shouldn't shuffle your cards this way. I often think of that when I do it, but I don't really care because I do it. I like it. I feel like it charges them, gets the energy flowing. And then when I get ready to cleanse my cards after a reading, I do it again. I feel like it shakes the energy off. Perception is reality. You know how it goes. This could just be my thing. Anywho, let's give it one good last shuffle, okay? All right, so let's clarify the High Priestess. Now, guys, I should let you know that the High Priestess in this particular deck, she talks about, I don't know if I showed you guys your cards. This is your best move, okay? The High Priestess talks about having a master plan in certain ways, as well as she's standing on a chessboard. So she is playing chess, not checkers. Okay. She is a charismatic, influential woman that has a high moral code or a great moral compass in this particular deck. We know that the High Priestess also is the guardian of secret knowledge, right? She doesn't always speak. It reminds me of, whenever I see the high priestess, it reminds me of an expression that we have in my family. My family's from the Bahamas. So we have this expression that my great grandmother used to always say, and it's like traveled through generations. Everything good to eat isn't good to talk. I live my life by that. I'm a very private person, guys. Very private person. And considering my great grandmother was like a master manifester or an ascended master, that's a whole nother story. But because she was, like, to me, that is extremely potent. Like, it's true. You know, like when you're manifesting stuff or you have hopes, dreams, aspirations, you're careful on who you share that with because the energy is infantile and you don't want any negative energy toward it. That's what I think about when I think about this high priestess. Like, everything good to eat isn't good to talk. So she's not saying much. This could be your energy where you're like, you know what? I'm just going to do me. I'm not going to say too much. I feel like you guys are stuck in your head a little bit here with the 8 of Swords, but you're working hard on what you're trying to achieve. I think that there can be some dangers that are keeping you in your head that are not real. Now, the reason why I'm saying that is because this particular character here is like the only like fake character in the whole deck of the African American Tarot. It's like a werewolf, which is like a sci-fi character. Like, monsters aren't real in that respect, right? So some of the things that are holding you back could possibly be in your own mind. You know what I mean? Like boundaries that you've created for yourself. Shortcomings that only you feel that you have. They're not real. Okay. Further clarifying the High Priestess is the 10 of Wands. In this particular deck, he is looking into his satchel, trying to figure out where he's going, what he's doing, what does he have. He's trying to move forward in wisdom. Someone may have received their walking papers, or someone may be giving somebody else their walking papers, as I always say it when I see this card, because of the picture here. This looks like a soldier ready to, go home or get out of the military. That's what I always think of it as. Okay, so someone may be getting their walking papers or has given somebody else their walking papers. Here with the 6 of Cups, I feel like you guys could be surrounding yourselves with family and friends, listening to music, trying to socialize. Okay, this could also be an idea that you may feel as though you and this person are, or you may have felt this, you and this person were like soulmates or twin flames, something like that. You may have felt this was a divine union. Okay. Or this could be someone from your past, someone you've known for a very long time. The 3 of Wands has shown up as well, which talks about, waiting on the sun, making plans, but moving so that your next move is your best move. Okay. And not your last. Playing chess, not checkers. 3 of Swords talks about departure and also talks about communication that is unclear. So let's clarify the 3 of Swords. Once again, just like the other person, you guys could just be confused. You may have options. You may have a lot to say, but not know how to say it. You guys may be feeling burdened by illusions, and because once again, I feel like that. You guys may be burdened by illusions, delusions. Things could just be very murky right now, unclear. All right. So I feel like you guys feel as though you do have choices and you have to make a choice of an emotional nature. All right. There could be a race difference or an age difference between you and this person. I feel as though a new idea or a truth will be spoken. And this truth or this idea is only going to intensify in nature. It's only going to grow stronger over time. So whatever that truth is, whatever that new idea is, only you guys know. The 5 of Pentacles. The 5 of Pentacles is here because some of you may be feeling a little spiritually poor, needing to heal, as the crowning energy has already said for you, as your next move is already set for you. And it's further confirmed by this soldier here who is being rescued or being helped by this nurse. Obviously, he's going to need to heal, correct? Now, I'm starting to sense that you guys have been through a lot with this person. This didn't just happen yesterday. I feel as though whenever I see this card here as well, I often tell people that there could be a sense where the person you were dealing with was very mouthy, sharp with their tongue, or had a big mouth, right? Or this could be your energy. I mean, we've all been there, done that, right? And then also too, the person could be very, very spontaneous or overzealous. They move before they actually think about the movements. This could be you, this could be them. Put it where it belongs. You know what I mean? If you're in this relationship with this person for a long time, and like say you got in this relationship when you were younger with this person and the energy never grew. In other words, you never matured. Like whatever y'all did when you were younger, whether it, worked or didn't work, you just kept going with that. There's a sense of that too for some people, right? This is not going to be for everyone. But the Three of Swords is about departure. It is about communication that is disorganized. So I feel as though when I see this card, this Five of Pentacles could have been created by a lot of arguing and a lot of uncalculated movement, like not thinking before you do things. Seven of Pentacles has been clarified by the Five of Swords. As well as the Three of Swords. As well as the Queen of Wands. Listen, guys, okay? Let me tell you something. Been here, done this, got the t-shirt, okay? And they built a monument for me in this place because let me tell you, my run was epic. Let's talk about it. So before you get defensive, don't. All right? Been here, done this. This card is the Seven of Pentacles and it talks about progress, okay? It talks about progress and it talks about ideas that produce. Whatever it is, because this is a feeling that I was getting, this relationship, for those of you who have been long-term, this relationship was very chaotic and full of a lot of drama in certain ways. Now, I feel like you guys are planning on progressing, moving on, but you have the energy influencing that by the Five of Swords. This could be the way they're thinking and this could be the way you're thinking, win at all costs. But let me tell you something. The reason why this guy here in the Five of Swords is getting arrested is because whenever this energy comes out, there's a possibility, win it at all costs, you're going to take it too far. Don't be that guy. You see this guy getting arrested? Don't be that guy. I'm not saying that you guys could be arrested, but you could lose something that is going to impact your future or impact your freedom, impact your progress. Be careful. This could be their energy. This could be your energy. Okay? The Queen of Wands. Guys, I the reason why I think this could be more your energy than their energy, because the Queen of Wands is on your side. You are a Queen of Wands because this is about fire signs, correct? And you need to heal. So what do hurt people do? Hurt people, right? Hurting people hurt people, right? So you may try to progress after being felt like, or after being left out in the cold, after being ghosted, after being, as some might even call it, discarded. The Queen of Wands has a snake on her wand in this particular deck. She is intuitive. I am intuitive. I am psychic. I have fire in my chart. So let me tell you something. Just because I'm psychic and intuitive does not mean that I'm above the law or that I always gracious or divine. If you do not put the poison where it belongs and use it for your betterment and learn from it, it's going to poison you as well. you're going to take it too far. Okay? Use your intuition. Use what you've learned from the situation for your betterment. This snake is not only on her wand, but when you think of snakes, they are poisonous. And I feel like her wand, her staff, a staff is either a tool of pleasure to like go on a walk, but it's really a tool of defense. I'll tell y'all guys a little secret. When it comes to the wands and the swords, everybody couldn't afford a sword back in the day when these cards were invented. So they also invented the wand, because the wand is for like the worker person or the person who couldn't necessarily afford a sword. But everybody needs protection. So in other words, this snake is on her rod, her staff of protection for a reason. It's part of her weaponry. Okay, fire signs. Cease and desist. Okay? All right? Cease and desist. Whatever you're planning, really ask yourself, am I coming from a hurt place? Do I feel as though someone has stolen my power? Am I trying to find a solution? This man has a chemistry set. Am I trying to find a solution to get my power back that I'm going to take too far? Do I want to win at any cost, that I don't care who gets hurt? Am I going to let this poison me, as opposed to getting the poison out, using my intuition and healing? I'm done with that, guys. I'm over it. It's just looking, I mean, those energies all together, not good. Not good, guys. Not good. Be careful. Whether this is you wanting to leave and this person being like that, vindictive, or trying to stop you at any cost, be extremely careful. Be extremely careful. I pray you all safe passage. I do. Because at this point, we need a little prayer out here. Let me light an incense or something. All right? Because I don't like that energy. Hold on. Hold on. I don't know whose energy that is. If that's an energy if this is the other person, fire sign, and you know this is how they are, and they're vindictive, and they're willing to win at any cost, and they're trying to stop you from doing what it is that you're trying to do, which is heal and move on. All right? Progress. Get away from this person and use any means necessary to do so. And when I say that, I mean like maybe they're the ones that ends up in handcuffs, because it seems like this energy is very hurt and malicious. All right? Very hurt and malicious. If it's you, stop. Let me tell you something. It's not the end of the world. You don't need anybody that bad. You're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. All right? I'm talking about, like, for those of you who are still stuck and a little slow, don't know what we're talking about, for the people who get me already, bear with me. Let me explain to these people what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Jasmine Sullivan, bust the windows out your car. I'm talking about Stella get a group. Waiting to exhale. Set your clothes, everything you love on fire, your car. Lisa Left Eye Lopez, may she rest in peace. Burn down your mansion. That's what we're talking about. If this is not you, amen. Thank God. And if this is somebody you dealing with, get away from them. Run. Team Harriet. Let's move on. Now that I'm done clearing that energy, because listen, I do this in my home office at my house. I don't want that up in here. I don't play that. All right. 4 of coins. Let's clarify. Now, the 4 of coins in this particular deck talks about safety. That's why it says password. Talks about safety in this particular deck. This is the final outcome portion of the reading. All right. This is the final outcome portion of the reading. Talks about safety. It has been clarified by the Empress. You may have children with this person or have a family with this person. You may have a deep sexual attraction to this person, or they can have one to you. Okay. While I know you fire signs are very passionate, as you can see the red on her. Okay. And you live in all your glory. right? Especially my Leos out there. Like, you know who you are, right? Let me tell you something. This is your reading. Yeah, we went through their energy, but this is your reading. This reading belongs to you. So this is your final outcome. In this particular deck, the Empress is using wisdom. And honey, let me tell you, she is magnificent in all of her glory. She is sitting on her throne. She is fertile. She is entering a fertile period, or she represents a fertile period in your life. Now, this wisdom that she has, everybody can see it. Okay. So for those of you who have maybe been embarrassed or feel like you have been discarded by this person, don't worry about it. Move on and do it with grace and do it with confidence. Nine of Pentacles, confidence, seeing the benefits of your labor, the fruits of your labor. Everybody's going to be able to see you winning. If you would just move on, give yourself safe passage, give this person safe passage, move on, use your wisdom, use your intuition. Everybody's going to be able to see you winning. This card represents maybe traveling or moving. It also represents a question being raised, usually about reciprocity. Why haven't you given me this? Why couldn't you give me that? This could be them asking you, or this could be you asking them. And somebody, it's echoed again, like in the Three of Swords. Somebody feels powerless in this situation, or somebody feels as though the other person, this could be an ego trip too, where they feel like the other person may be bigger than them, or that they're bigger than the other person, or that they're more important than the other person, or the other person, they may feel like the other person thinks that they're more important. As you can see, the size difference in this particular picture here. But the question, you can see by their hands, is being raised. What does the Six of Pentacles represent? Reciprocity, giving and receiving, right? So that's the question in this particular situation. Why didn't you give me this? Why didn't you give me that? Why can't you give me this? Why can't you give me that? Right? Moving and traveling as well, it represents. But I mean, come on. This is nothing to a queen. This is nothing to an empress, definitely. Let's talk about this devil energy. The devil in this particular deck, final outcome, represents dualities, understanding them, and being able to, like for instance, you may be seeing a different side of yourself. This person may bring out a worse side of yourself than you've ever seen before. And that's okay. Say hello to that new you, and then get it in check so that you can move forward in success. Okay, so that you can move forward in success. Now, I'll show you another thing that's kind of that's definitely a synchronicity. Remember how the Three of Swords had a chemistry set in it? If you look at the devil's arms, he has two words written on his arms. He has on one side solve, which is short for solvent, and on the other side he has written coagular, which is really short for coagulant, right? Also chemistry. It's about getting both sides of yourself in check so that you can move forward and being who you truly are for success. Now listen, if you realize that this person may have brought out the worst thing in you, right? So now you know what your triggers are. You know what you don't like, right? You learn yourself. And now you could be successful in your next relationship, because when you see those red flags, you're like, I'm good, I'm gone. I don't even like that. Because the last time that happened, listen, the fire department had to get called. So I can't even rock with this energy. It is clarified by the Six of Cups. I feel like you guys will be either getting more indulged in your social circle, or you'll be trying to figure out how to make the situation work if this person from the past comes back. You may get more involved in your social circle, or you may start to cut people out of your social circle that may have been influencing you negatively. How about that? Because you could have one of those crazy friends that's like, girl, I bet you he doing this. You're like, no, he's at work. I'm pretty sure of it. I dropped him off there. Girl, you know how they go to work and then slip out the back door. Like, you could have one of those retarded as friends that just have nothing good to say and nothing positive to add to a situation. I usually never say things like that, but I mean on camera. But you could have one of those people in your social circle. This also talks about a love offer. So there could be somebody coming back from your past to offer you new love. That's why I said you may actually start to realize what wasn't working in the situation. And if this is the same situation coming back, and you may want to change that. Because the devil is also, this is a very interesting portrait of the devil. The devil is also holding a paintbrush and a palette. So you could paint the picture that you want to see. So you can make the situation turn out the way you want it. You know what I mean? Like in a healthy way for success. Also, too, this devil card gives it advice that if you're having a hard time dealing with something, maybe some of you, drink or something like that, or do something else, that could be a little bit, overindulgent or destructive. It also talks about asking your friends and your family for help, asking other people for help if you feel like you can't do it on your own. This could also be like just having people to talk to about it and vent to them so you don't have to go and do something crazy. This is the Fool energy as well. The Fool energy is here that talks about confusion, right? It talks about confusion. It talks about finding a quiet place inside of you. It's like I always say, turning on the sun inside so no rainy day can put it out. It's inside of you. You know what I mean? So let's clarify the Fool energy. I want to shuffle these cards real good. All right. All right. So let's talk about it. The Fool card. Clarifying the Fool. All right. A bunch of cards flopped out. You guys are, whatever the situation is, it's actually pushing you forward to heal. It's pushing you forward to play checkers, not chess. It's pushing you forward to move on with progress. Okay? These are your energies on your side. Some of you may find that progress and that chess game through departure. And it's also a warning against disorganized communication, right? Don't let people work you up. Don't let people work you off your throne, okay? Off your throne. Don't let people get you to act crazy and drop your crown. You heard? This card here is about, this is my card of pregnancy, as well as transformations, rebirths, right? So some of you with the Fool here as well, some of you could be about to spiritually ascend. I did see that you guys did have the 5 of Pentacles. For some people, the situation is about, love ending. For others, this is about spiritual ascension. But for even the people where love is ending, it's about spiritual ascension. This situation has arisen and you can come out of it like a phoenix out of the ashes if you allow it to happen. 8 of Swords. Once again, you guys are really stuck in your head and you have these perceived dangers that may not be real. I think the advice in this situation is to just work hard on you and to try and turn on the peace inside. You guys are looking for illumination here with the Hangman. Whenever I see this card, because this man is blindfolded with the eyeballs outside of him, I always say, why don't you ask your friends or your family or someone you can trust, which is further confirmed by the 6 of Cups and the Devil card. But I always say, ask someone you can trust because the eyes are outside of him. They may be able to see something that you cannot because you're in the situation. All right. Now listen. There is a sense here that somebody may be getting a love offer. Okay? Some people could be moving on with their life. They could be crying over a little bit of spilled milk or, looking backwards a little bit. But there's a sense that somebody is transforming and is getting love offers. All right? Then the Page of Cups, right? The Page of Cups is clarified by the Knight of Wands. Make your plans, make your moves, do what you have to do, guys. You guys are influential. You're influential. Remember, the King of Wands is an innovator and an inventor, and he does not do the actual work at the factory himself. His idea is so great that he inspires other people to be part of his project and to want to do the work with him. Correct? He's a leader. He's an innovator. And with that wand, which is a new spark that he has directed, I feel like you guys need to direct your energy to something constructive, something powerful, something that is about your dreams, hopes, aspiration, and your future. There could also be someone younger than you who is admiring you. They want to come and give you a love offer. You still may have known this person for a while. They could be in the friend zone right now and may want to move out of the friend zone. This person desires love, but may be afraid of love. This could also be you wanting to holla at somebody else, right? Let's further clarify this Page of Cups. The Wheel of Fortune. I feel like the situation that you guys are dealing with that's ending could be karmic. It could have a sense of karma to it. The wheel will turn in your favor, but you guys have to get out of your own way. No self-sabotaging. No overreacting. No over-the-top behavior. The situation is already, for some people, tumultuous enough. Don't add to your bad fortune. Correct? Then we have the Justice card. Some people may be getting a divorce. But this card here that's being clarified also talks about moving from childhood to adulthood. That's why I said in the beginning, some of you may have been with this person so long, and when you're young, you do crazy stuff, and then it just became part of your MO with this person and your relationship, the nature, the style of the way y'all act and, interact with each other. It became habit. It was like that devil energy. It became a toxic situation. So you guys are growing up. You may be ready to move on to something else. This is a card of divorce. This is a card of getting your just desserts, getting what you deserve. This is a card of fairness, balancing the karmic scales as well. The Wheel of Fortune is also karmic in certain ways. So I feel like this is karma closing. Don't add to more bad karma by acting a fool trying to leave this situation. Leave with your grace. Sit on your throne. You know what I mean? Keep your crown and on your head and straight. Two of Wands. Okay. Like I said, there could be a baby involved in this situation, or the birth of a baby involved in this situation. It looks as though somebody may, want to take the bull by the horns and ride the wave. While others, this could be a very painful decision because maybe this situation was once very passionate, and there's a decision that has to be made here about passion. It could be between two people, or it could simply be a decision of passion. In other words, like, am I gonna, walk away graciously, or am I gonna let my passions get the best of me? Or who do I love? Do I love this person, that person? Do I want to have a family with this person? Am I, it could be a bunch of things. I don't want to get into the actual implications of the card. I mean, you guys know your individual situations. The last card out is the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups talks about, giving and receiving emotions, correct? It also talks about someone who's extremely self-indulgent. This could be why you had the Three of Swords, because the person that you were dealing with was extremely, asshole-ish. They always wanted everything and gave nothing. You felt as though you gave them your power by maybe staying with them through all of the, the BS. You know what I mean? This could also be you guys, you may never want to hear anybody else's point of view. You may always think that you're right. And it's leading to a situation where the person just can't deal with it anymore. You guys can feel as though you missed out on an opportunity, or you could just be disinterested in this situation at this time. I said it before, and now it came out and hit the table. Crying over spilled milk, guys. Crying over spilled milk. The advice is to take on that full energy, take a leap of faith, go in a different direction. You guys have been through a lot. I mean, these soldiers are coming back from war. You guys have been through a lot with each other, and you guys are trying to slay the beast of depression and, regret. Let's pull some cards. Romance angel cards. For some of you, there's somebody new trying to come in, but you can't see this person because you're too busy crying over spilled milk. You're too busy looking back at the past. You may be focused on what you don't have as opposed to what you do have. Once again, in the Four of Cups, there is a sense of someone needing to heal, as the picture shows on the top. Okay, guys? So your whole entire section was about healing from whatever this situation is. Unrequited love. There is not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. There's a lot of passion, but I don't know if it's in the right direction. And let me tell y'all something too. There's nothing you can do. Let me tell y'all something. Let me break something down. Remember when we talked about everything good to eat isn't good to talk? A lot of times when I do readings, there's things that I see that I don't say because I don't find it extremely necessary. But I want to tell y'all the truth about this, especially for the people who may feel as though you want to get even. You can't get even with somebody who's happy that it's over. It doesn't matter what you take from them. All you do is further confirm that they need to run and run quickly. This person has emotionally detached from the situation and they're trying to follow the rules and the law. I was wondering why this is a love reading and the professor came out following the rules of the law, why this was a sword, right? But this person, I don't know if this is you who, crying over the spilled milk and having issues letting this go. This person could be waiting for you to do something crazy. They may actually be following the law to the T so that they don't take the loss. They don't take the L. They may see you coming a mile away, guys. Use your intuition, right? High Priestess. Get a master plan. Get a master plan. Play checkers, not chess. And I'm not talking about a master plan to destroy them. I'm talking about a master plan to, bring yourself abundance. This person has learned from their mistakes. So whatever it was that you were doing in the past with them, they don't want to do that anymore. Okay? This person is not thinking about the situation emotionally. They're using their intellect to create possibilities. They're optimistic about whatever this situation is. Whatever this situation is, they are optimistic about it. They got a wish fulfilled in a way, and they're probably healing. And be careful because in this particular card, right, the star card, they may be showing you, hold on, let me get the card. They may be showing you their back and they may look vulnerable, but I promise you that they're on guard and they could be goading you. I would be real careful because you guys had the Three of Wands, which talks about making plans and making your next move your best move. But you guys need to know that in this particular deck, the Three of Wands, that goat is surrounded by hyenas. All right, this is an African deck, so I guess that's the only place you find goats and hyenas in the same place. However, I'm sure those hyenas, as this goat is near the Three of Wands, I often think of the goat as making plans, trying to make his next move his best move and not his last, because if he makes the wrong move, those hyenas will definitely jump on him, right? So I would be careful, guys. There's a lot of things that I've seen in here that I really didn't speak, but I mean, at this point, I gotta let you know, there may be nothing you can do to get this person back, except leave them alone. Grow up. That came out wrong. I don't mean it like that. What I'm saying is you never know what the future holds. If you go ahead and get you and do you and grow, you never know this person can come back. I'm going to get another card for y'all. I'm going to tell y'all why I say that, right? Because the situation I was thinking about when I was telling you guys, I've been there, done that, got the t-shirt, Jasmine Sullivan, bust the windows out of your car. I have personally spiritually ascended since I was like 20, 25, correct? I've grown, I've chilled out. Plus the reconciliation card just came back out, okay? Or just came out, right? But let me finish what I was saying. I've grown. This one particular ex that I was with them from 20 to 25. I was young as hell. We used to get, into arguments and shit. And I have to say it like this, because when I think about this time in my life, this is how I was. I was rather fiery. I would curse. I was wild. So you can tell how my voice kind of changed, right? Because I'm going back to the situation, thinking about it, right? One day, this person pissed me off so bad, I swear to God, I took my knee, lifted it, and horse kicked his dashboard and ruined everything about his internal dashboard system. Yo, I swear to you right now, this person has seen me grow so much. This person sees me as so wise right now that this person definitely tried to come back and be like, let's date again. And I was like, no. Not that you were wrong, not that I was wrong, not that you were that bad, not that I was that bad, but why would you ever want to even go back to that place? We were a mess. I was like, we were a mess. But see, what happened was, guys, I grew and my taste changed. When we broke up, I was heartbroken. I'm not going to lie. But now it's a distant memory that I could laugh about. We get on the phone and talk about the crazy escapades and we laugh. That's what I'm trying to encourage y'all to do. I'm not telling you about an energy I've never been in. I was heartbroken when we broke up, but I grew and this person saw my shine. They wanted to come back. I chose not to, but however, don't worry about it. This person is happy that it is over. So you got to go ahead, move on and grow. Reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. I told y'all that. There could be somebody that has always been in the friend zone that's like, oh, he effed this up? Well, howdy. It's my turn. They may want to holler, so don't act crazy because you might make your other suitors run away. Romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Okay? All right, guys. So that's for the romantic angels or the romance angels. Okay, there's your 3 cards. Told you, you're being watched by loving eyes. Some of you are not in a crazy situation, right? And this is just about somebody trying to come in. You may be healing from a past relationship. So please, excuse me, because I did 3 different groups of signs. Some of this story may have not been yours. You may have just been, sitting here in an arena watching somebody else's life unfold. If it doesn't resonate, you should have been clicked off. I don't mean that rude. I'm just saying you're being watched by loving eyes. What if you're actually an ancient gladiator of love and joy who agreed to visit Earth during their primitive years to spark some new thinking, share a few smiles, and help others discover that they too are awesome? Just saying, the universe. All right, guys? Turn on your love light. Sometimes the best way to remain sane is to love like crazy. Start where you are. The great thing about feeling deep, profound, earth-shaking love is that you can start with anyone. Next. Thank you. Next. Thank you. Next. I'm so fucking grateful for my ex. All right, guys, that's enough. I'm singing and shit. You know what? I just feel like somebody's really going through it. And I apologize that you had to go through it, but it's only going to make you stronger. It's only going to make you stronger, okay? Guys, remember to like, share, subscribe, comment below. Tell a friend to holler at me. Namaste, guys.